Hello and welcome back to the channel How Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you've seen and if you want to see more. Coming up in this episode, the RFL and IMG get to work while the Rugby Football League announce a new president for 2023. And the transfer merry-go-round continues for this season and 2023. We start today at Leeds Rhinos, and Liam Sutcliffe has become part of the furniture at Headingley since debuting for the Rhinos back in 2012. During his time at the club, the versatile star has made over 200 appearances and proved his worth with his ability to play in almost every position. However, recently there's been speculation doing the rounds that Sutcliffe could be heading to Hull FC as parts of Brett Hodgson's attempts to galvanise the black and whites to be a top force to be reckoned with in the near future. For leading rugby league agent Craig Harrison of Show Me the Money UK, there could be some truth in that, with Leeds head coach Rowan Smith needing to do some wheeling and dealing in a bid to get players he wants at the club and put his own stamp on the squad. It must be so hard for Rowan, because if the cap is where we think it is, he has got to make movements, Harrison said on the full 80 Minutes Cap podcast. They will have to release some players, or will Liam Sutcliffe be one of those players? I would say he has to be looked at in that. Why I'm saying that is because has only got what he's got left on his contract. So when you get your board up and look at the ones who are on over £160,000 who aren't playing well, they are staying because you can't get rid. If you've got Liam on whatever, you have to be giving a better deal for Liam to go or to get a transfer fee, but Liam is in a different bracket. There are probably 10 players in that bracket who could move. But now though, Smith has been tinkering with his squad, with Jack Walker moving on to Hull FC on loan until the end of the season, and both Jack Broadbent and Alex Mellor leaving early, covering some space. And that is supposedly pointing towards a player coming in from Australia. Reports are coming out that Oliver Gildart is set to make a Super League return with Leeds Rhinos. Rugby League Live understands that a deal has been agreed in principle that will see the West Tigers centre link up with the Rhinos for the rest of the season. However, it will not be a permanent one, with the former Wigan Warriors star set to join the new NRL club, the Redcliffe Dolphins, in 2023. The 25-year-old is understood to have agreed on a deal with Wayne Bennett's side, but will be allowed to leave his current club with immediate effect. Gildart has dropped down the pecking order since his arrival down under, and has recently been training away from the first team. As a result, it's thought Gildart's motivation to make the move stems from his desire to feature in the World Cup at the end of the season. The 25-year-old is keen to maximise his opportunities and fears that ending the year away from the first grade would hamper his chances to making John Wayne's squad. That's where the Rhinos are thought to be coming in, though it is thought there is a potential salary cap stumbling block, which may result in Leeds needing to move a player on, hence the talk about Liam Sutcliffe being linked with the Hull FC. And that is through his agent Craig Harrison. So Gildart has played 8 times for the Tigers since his move to the NRL, but hasn't featured for over 2 months, and his last appearance came on May the 7th in a defeat to Manly Sea Eagles. However, he's been given the opportunity down under with Redcliffe by Wayne Bennett, who Gildart worked with during his time at England and Great Britain's head coach, Wayne Bennett. For now, his focus is on finding form that will help him land a World Cup spot, with England boasting plenty of options in the position ahead of the tournament. It's unclear when Gildart will arrive and if he'll be able to feature in Leeds' clash with Toulouse this Saturday. Staying with the Dolphins, New Zealand international Cody Nicorima will join the Dolphins from 2023 on a 2-year deal. He'll be part of the inaugural NRL season, making the switch from the current clubs of Sydney Rabbitohs. It will mean a return to Brisbane for the utility player after he started his career playing at the Broncos. Nicorima is 28 and has made 151 appearances since making his debut in 2015. He also featured for the New Zealand Warriors, having joined them through the midway through the 2019 season. The New Zealand international will add some strong cover across a number of positions for the Dolphins squad, as he can play halfback, fullback, and at hooker position. He'll have depth to the hooker position, competing with Jeremy Marshall-King and young gun Harrison Graham for the starting shirt. Dolphins Chief Executive Terry Reid has said, "We are pleased to be able to provide the opportunity for Cody Nicorima and his young family to return to Queensland." Cody is yet another example of one of those reasons the Dolphins were brought into the competition, to allow local Queensland players to play NRL in the areas they were developed. He joins others such as Felice Kafusi, Tom Gilbert and Edric Lee, who will be doing just that. We know he is a very dangerous player as a hooker who can also provide cover in other positions across the backline. Cody has more than 150 NRL games to his name, as well as playing tests for New Zealand, and importantly, has a history of performing under our head coach Wayne Bennett. He has played 15 tests for the Kiwis and also represented the Maori All-Stars team in his rugby league career. In preparation for their new season, it looks like Wayne Bennett has got himself a good one in 21-year-old centre Val Tiwari. The 192cm, 108kg rugby union convert signed a 2-year deal, top 30 deal, which will commence next season with the Dolphins. Well, he signed with the Dolphins last December. In the meantime, he has been learning his craft with the Dolphins Queensland Cup side and has been a revelation in the 5 games he's played so far. Last Saturday was his best performance to date with a try, 2 line breaks, 8 tackle busts and 210 running meters, while in defence making 11 tackles with 0 misses. He has now scored 7 tries in those 5 games while averaging 174 meters and 9 tackle busts per game. Maybe the Queensland Cup, but it's good preparation as he's getting ready towards being involved in the first team squad at the Dolphins. So now we finish off with a couple of things coming from the RFL, as IMG have begun to step up their involvement in rugby league with a series of face-to-face meetings with Super League clubs and analysing their digital output. The RFL have agreed a 12-year deal with the media brand earlier this year in an attempt to revolutionise rugby league's long-term future. That deal was done to reimagine the sport's prospects, and IMG's work has started in earnest this month. Rugby League Live understands that they spent time with all English-based Super League clubs to conduct what has been described as a digital audit to try and understand whether or not clubs are maximising the avenues such as social media. IMG has also sat down with key executives at every club to try and understand their concerns and ideas about where the sport should head in the coming years. But clubs have also submitted all their social media analytics to IMG for them to be dissected. This includes metrics such as digital interactions, follower counts, and whether or not the club are using mediums such as TikTok which have become wildly popular among younger generations in recent years to full effect. The results are expected to be distributed back to the clubs in the coming weeks, and Rugby League Live has been told that the initial mood music from the club is a positive one about the impact it could have. Rather than criticising clubs' social media and digital output, IMG has stressed the desire to build healthy working relationships, and they also will use their expertise and knowledge of the world's media to try and help Super League clubs maximise their digital output and attract as many eyes and ears as possible. It has been prevalent this week, hasn't it? The brand intends to hold regular meetings with club executives throughout the initial 12-year agreement to keep clubs as informed as possible about their plans to drive Rugby League forward. Sir Lindsay Hoyle admits he is honoured to be given the task of becoming the next president of the Rugby League Football League. Hoyle's the Speaker of the House of Commons and is a regular face on television for those who follow politics, and will succeed broadcaster Claire Balding in the role. He will take on the job when Balding steps down for 2023 after a decision was formally ratified at a meeting of the RFL's council in Huddersfield. His term will officially begin after the next council meeting later this year on December the 22nd. Hoyle is a lifelong rugby league fan and admits the chance to take such a senior position within the sport is something he is thrilled about. I think it's an absolutely fantastic sport, so it's a real honour to be asked to be the RFL's president, he said. Since my father introduced me to the game, I have loved the fast-paced collision nature of rugby league, and it's also a pivotal role in bringing communities together and developing upcoming talent. The autumn's Rugby League World Cup, with the men's, women's, wheelchairs competition running alongside each other, gives us an opportunity to showcase the best players and the best sport in the world to an even bigger audience. Can't wait. The RFL's chief executive Val Tiwari shared his enthusiasm in the announcement, as he said he's personally thrilled that Sir Lindsay has accepted the invitation to serve as the RFL president for 2023. And delighted that the Rugby League Council shares his enthusiasm. He has been a passionate advocate for rugby league for many years, more than ever since his election as Speaker, and combines that passion with a great knowledge of all aspects of the game. Claire Balding will be a tough act to follow, as I know she is relishing the Rugby League World Cup this autumn, so we are thrilled that in Sir Lindsay we have a worthy successor. We're really looking forward to working even closer with him. And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, as well as clicking the notification bell for any updates on new videos that may be coming your way. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below about today's episode. There's a lot to go through. Changing the guard as president, the RFL and IMG starting work in earnest, as they say. Hull FC might benefit from the Oliver Gildart moving in, and as they are after Liam Sutcliffe. It's going to be an interesting turnaround towards the end of the season to see if Leeds season can carry on that momentum. I'm thinking Warrington at the same time because Warrington won. Anyway. And then the Dolphins. Gildart. First going to Leeds and then going back to Australia with the Dolphins. Him and Nicorima both supposedly signing for the 2023 season. Good signings? Tell me what your thoughts are. Anyway. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share this video worldwide. And in the meantime, I wish you all the best. So please stay safe. And I'll see you in the next episode.